Hello and welcome. I'm Nadine with Balanced Humans Yoga, and today we are going to get started with a yoga block and a yoga belt for our chair yoga. However, you may not have a block and a belt, and that actually works just fine. So, an alternative to a belt might be a bathrobe, as long as it's nice and wide. If you can take your arms a little bit far apart, but not as far apart as they go, then you'll probably want something longer. Worst case scenario, I've had people use an extension cord, for instance, probably not one with a big battery kind of thing at the end. But maybe if it just has the two plugs and you're a little bit careful with it, it should be fine. Also, if you don't have a yoga block, you can purchase them for relatively inexpensive, usually at like Marshall's or someplace like that. You can probably find one on clearance online, possibly. Instead, you could also use a big roll of paper towels, or I have this like outdoor netting kind of stuff, and something like this would work as well. So before we get started, go ahead and grab your block or belt or something similar to those, and we'll get started with our chair yoga with a block and a belt. So I'll see you in just a minute. Okay, welcome back. If you put me on pause, if you didn't, but you think you might need to, go ahead and put me on pause now. And we'll go ahead and get started. So just take a moment to roll your shoulders back, adjust your head over your shoulders, and close your eyes or soften your gaze. Just beginning to notice how it feels as the air flows in and how it feels as the air flows out. Just relaxing into your flow of breath for a moment. We do this at the beginning of every class to move inwards and let our day and everything going on around us be put to the side. And on your next inhale, make it a deep one, filling your belly and chest all the way up to the top. Pausing at the top and holding on to it. And open your mouth and exhale. And on your next inhale, take another deep breath in, filling all the way up to the top. Pause, hold on to it, and open your mouth and exhale. And on your next inhale, take a third and final deep breath in, filling all the way up once again. Pause, hold on to it. Maybe taking a little bit more air, holding for an extra beat, and let it go long and slow. Releasing. And on your next inhale, blink open your eyes and come back to the room. Exhaling here. And on your next inhale, arms rise up, stretch up, lengthen it up to the sky, wiggle your fingers and toes, and exhale, hands come down into heart center. Then inhale, arms rise up again, lengthen it up, and exhale, walk your hands all the way down a ladder. And then go ahead and inhale, walk your hands all the way up a ladder, just getting our wrists and our shoulders and wrists moving a little bit. And one more time, all the way back down. And inhale, final one. Walk yourself all the way up the ladder, stretch it up, palms towards each other now, and exhale, hands come down into heart center. And on your next inhale, arms come down and back behind you, arch your spine forward. And on your exhale, hands come to your knees, tuck your tailbone and tuck your chin. Then inhale, arms come down and back behind. And exhale, roll it down and tuck it in again. Just starting your cat and cow. Inhaling down and back, pushing the belly and chest forward. And exhale, roll it down and tuck it in. Starting to find your own pace of breath. If you're here with me for the first time, pushing your belly and chest forward looks like this. So notice how I have an arch in my lower back. And then I'm rounding down and tucking in, tucking my tailbone as much as I can, pulling with my belly, pulling it in, chin down towards my chest. And then inhale it all the way up and back, arching the spine forward as everything else comes back. And exhale, roll it down and tuck it in a final time. Then inhale, arms rise all the way up and out. Stretch it up. And exhale, fly your arms out. Nose comes down towards the knees. You can hang your hands or you can grab opposite elbows, your choice. Then inhale, forearms come to the shoulders and pull one shoulder forward, then pull the other shoulder forward. And we'll do that one more time. Inhale, pull one shoulder forward and pull the other shoulder forward. Then on your next inhale, arms come all the way back up as you come into neutral, stretch it up, and exhale, hands come down into heart center. And give it all a shake. And in preparation for using our this band belt, that's the word I was looking for. In preparation for using our yoga belt or whatever robe belt or dress belt, whatever you're using, let's go ahead and warm up our shoulders a little bit more, just getting them moving. So on your next inhale, arms come up and back behind. Maybe you've done this one before. It's our cactus arms. Exhaling here. Inhale, pull your shoulder blades back towards your spine, press them all the way back. And on your exhale, roll your arms forward. Let your shoulders roll forward. Take a look down towards your knees. Then inhale, roll it all the way up and back. We're not doing this too many times, just finding that movement in your shoulders. See what works for you. Roll it down. Then inhale, up and back. Last one. And exhale, roll it all the way down. Inhale into neutral and give it all a shake. Just let it go. Go ahead and take your knees side to side a couple of times. We're not doing all of our foot and leg warm-ups. You might check out some of my other videos that have those. We're going to move right into this work with first off, our shoulders. So inhale, left arm rises up to about shoulder height, and then cross the left arm over the body. The right arm raises underneath the left arm and just holds, it cradles that left arm. So you can relax the left shoulder and breathe here. Good. Inhale again here. And exhale, release both of them and give it a shake. Take a cycle of breath here. Notice how the left shoulder feels compared to the right. And on your next inhale, right arm rises. Let it come in front of you at shoulder height, then across at shoulder height, and let the left arm raise to cradle once again. So right arm moves across the body and left arm supports. Let that right shoulder relax downwards, and as the arm begins to feel a bit heavy. Inhale again here. And exhale, release them both and give it all a shake once again. And let's go ahead and get into our belt. Now that I remember the name of it. So I don't edit my videos. So when they're imperfect, they're imperfect. I roll with it. None of us are perfect. So I don't think my yoga videos should be perfect either. C'est la vie, right? Okay, let's get going with our belt. So whatever you have for a belt, it doesn't matter. Just be careful if you do have something a little bit big on it. This is kind of like my belt buckle. Just make sure it's not going to hit you anywhere while you're doing this. You want more room than you think you'll probably want. So you may not want your arms all the way spread out as much as possible, but see how close you want to be. It's going to be a real quick check. So I would suggest starting maybe this wide. If you want to try a little bit tighter, feel free. However, this stretch gets far more intense than a lot of people anticipate. So start big, go a little bit smaller as needed. We'll do it a couple of times. Put me on pause and repeat if you are still coming in because your shoulders are not as tight. So on your next inhale, arms rise up. Stretch it up. If you're starting to feel a stretch right here, let your arms come out a little bit more. If you're not at all feeling a stretch, maybe bring your hands in a couple of inches, not too much. We're not to the big guns yet. Inhale again here. And on your exhale, let your arms, let that belt sunset down behind you a little bit. This is where the big chest opener is, right around shoulder height, a little bit below it. Inhale again here. And exhale. Inhale, raise it all the way up, and we're going to come back down. If you would like to take the belt and make it a little bit tighter, a smaller space between your hands, you can. If that was agony, please take your hands out further, put me on pause, find something that's a little bit longer. Inhale again here. And exhale, sunset those arms down and back behind. This time all the way down and around towards the chair. I'm not sitting all the way back in the chair, so it's between me and the chair. Inhale, raise it all the way back up. And exhale, release your belt, let your arms go and give them a shake. Take a few breaths here as my belt gets a mind of its own and goes places. And just notice how your arms feel. Going to use the belt a little bit more, but we're going to step it up a bit. Don't worry, you don't have to make the belt smaller if you don't want to. By stepping it up, we're going to take our block or our roll of paper towels. You might even use a folded bath towel and or a living room pillow, anything like that will do. Probably nothing heavy. You don't want to book. So go ahead and take whatever you have and place it just between your thighs. So my yoga block is just foam. It's just resting right between my knees. And we're going to pick up our block again after I make a loud bang. So approximate how far you might want your hands once again. And on your next inhale, arms rise all the way up. Stretch it up, reach it up high, lengthen to the torso. Then exhale, once again, release your arms down and back behind, all the way down to maybe waist height. Notice how your shoulder blades are really pressing against your spine here. Then inhale, raise it all the way up. And we're going to take our hands in quite a bit more now. Breathing here for a moment. Inhale here, then exhale, right arm comes down and over, and left arm comes up and back. So we're getting a big stretch all along the left tricep here. Option to bend that elbow as well and continue pressing that right arm down and back. It might look something like this. See what works for you. Block is still between the knees, so your thighs are also fired up here. Your hands are doing some work. You can wrap the belt around your hands if you don't want to have to grip the belt quite that tightly. Then inhale, take it all the way back into neutral. And exhale, release the belt down, take a moment. You don't have to let go of it if you can reduce your grip for a moment. Just take a few breaths here. Block is still between those knees. So you're still getting a little bit of work to hold the block. If you want a little bit more, you can always take your block a little bit wide here like this. Then inhale, raise your arms all the way back up once you're ready. And on your next exhale, release the left arm down and back. Right arm comes all the way up. Take a cycle of breath here. Belly's pulled in, ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips. Inhale again here. Then exhale, start to bend that right uh, elbow. Maybe if it feels good, you can release the left arm down. I took my arms a little bit closer together for this part. See what feels good to you. Notice my right elbow is up about over my shoulder. Doesn't have to be exact, but as long as you were getting a nice deep tricep stretch here, that's what counts. Inhale again here and exhale. Then inhale all the way up. Take those arms out fairly wide. Once again, we're going to come all the way down once again. Release it down behind, just the belt is behind your head. Lean it over to one side a little bit, then lean it over to the other side a little bit, and then release it all the way down and back behind. Then inhale, raise your belt all the way up. Stretch it out, pull it apart a little bit, lengthen the torso, and exhale, release that belt down. You can just go ahead and drop it onto the floor next to you. We're not really going to use it anymore for class today. And go ahead and wiggle the toes, get them moving, scrunch them up on the floor a little bit, just while you take a few breaths. Then let's go ahead and raise the heels, then raise the toes, getting things moving a little bit more in our lower body. Good. And inhale again here, pull your shoulders back. And on your exhale, leave your belly pulled in. So you've lengthened in your torso a little bit, belly is still stimulated. And on your next inhale, I'm actually going to do this over here to the side. We're going to kind of stand up. So we're going to take a soft chair pose with the block between our knees. So on your next inhale, if you need a hand on the chair, the top, the seat, or the back, whatever works for you, feel free. So inhale, start to come forward. Maybe one hand is on one thigh. Maybe you lift up off the chair a little bit like I am. Inhale again here. And exhale, release it down. Nice. We're going to do that one more time. So holding on to your block. Hands can be on the back of the chair or the seat of the chair. One hand might be on a thigh. And on your next inhale, belly is pulled in, torso is long. Keep that belly pulled in as you inhale. Lift maybe a little bit of the weight. Maybe you lift off the chair. And exhale, release it down. So your thighs are working to keep you up, but also to keep holding on to that block. So if you lost it, it's okay. That's one of the things we're working on. We're working on that quads, that inside thigh strength, as well as our quad strength up here. And let's go ahead and do one more thing. We're going to do a little bit of core work here with our block between our knees. So come forward in your chair if you're not already. Inhale, arms come up and out in front of you. Pull your belly in. And on your exhale, lean it back. Keep those knees together, press into that block. Belly is really working here. I'm not leaning to the chair. My back is still long. Again, I look like this from the side. So I'm not leaning on the chair, but my torso is nice and long. Belly is really working here. Inhale again here and exhale. If you want a little bit more work, lean your head back a little bit. Not much, but boy, do you start to notice the difference, the inch or two of your head going back. Then inhale, come all the way forward. Woo, and go ahead and give it all a shake. Nice. And we did some good work today. It's a short class, but at the same time, we did a lot with movement, lengthening, and also some work with our legs. So on your next inhale, roll your shoulders back. If you're ready to continue on and do another video, please take a look maybe at my yoga for energy video. If you'd like to continue on, you're feeling the move. If you'd like to relax for a moment and do a few head rolls, join me now for this. So inhale, pull your belly in, roll your shoulders back. And on your exhale, release your left ear down to your left shoulder. Excuse me. Inhale again here. And exhale, release your chin down to your chest. Then inhale, roll your right ear up to your right shoulder. And exhale, release your chin all the way down to your chest. Inhale, roll your left ear up to your left shoulder again. And exhale, release chin to chest. Then inhale, roll your right ear up to your right shoulder. And last one, go ahead and exhale, release your chin down to your chest. Then release your arms down and back as well, palms forward. Inhale, roll your left ear up to your left shoulder and just pause here. Let gravity do some of the work. Belly softly pulled in, shoulders softly pulled back. Inhale again here. And exhale, release your chin all the way down to your chest. Then inhale, roll your right ear up to your right shoulder. And exhale here. Inhale here again a final time. And exhale, release your chin all the way down to your chest. And inhale, let your head come into neutral. And hands rest on your thighs. And on your next inhale, wiggle your fingers and your toes, coming back to the room. And I will put a link towards the end of this video, well, shortly. And if you liked this, please do give me a like, super appreciate it. If you've taken a few of these classes or if you choose to watch the energizing video and you like it, please consider subscribing. It really shows me how much everybody loves these classes. I have a really great following here in Seattle, and I want to bring it to more people, so that's why I'm on YouTube. Thank you so much for your support. If you know how to like and subscribe, that's great. Please do so if you choose to. If you know how to comment, please do so as well. I work with a lot of seniors and you may not know how to do it, and that's okay if you don't know how to comment. A few others do, and I appreciate any comments I get, and I do try to respond. So have a lovely one. Thanks so much, guys. I'll see you in another video next week. Bye-bye. Namaste.